Welcome back to the Naughty Corner, ladies and gentlemen, and today I am an absolute arsehole, and you can notice that the music and audio is not lining up, and that's because, despite trying to get this new wireless Go mic system to work, it ain't. And so, we're talking about a Tyranids army today, and I bought this as a big mistake off another friend, and there's a lot of it. So we're going to try and make a 1,000 point army and paint it, but obviously what you can see is there is a lot of China cast and Forge cast, which is fine, and we've got some warriors that are not actually legit anymore, so I don't know what I'm going to do about them, because they combine different weapons and now they're melee or bio. I thought I'd be trying clever and talk about some Tyranid things and try and recognise what 1,000 points looks like, but as you can see, there's a giant lot of crap in front of me, and I genuinely do not know what I'm talking about, which, doesn't help the matter any more than it should. I think I'm there thinking about Tyranid invasion fleet and trying to work out what the weapon is on a Carnifex, because genuinely, I don't know. Here's me trying to thumb through and look clever and go, oh yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I clearly don't. There we go. There's some rules about synapse there, maybe. Oh, and they're not even right because the app says something different. But here's the 1,000 points that I've come up with. You've got a Morlock, a Carnifex, a Psychophage, a Winged Hive Tyrant, a Screamer Killer, a Winged Tyranid Prime, 10 Gaunts, not 20 for some reason, 10 Hormagaunts, and 10 Gargoyles. This was for a Redhammer League, but in actual fact, turns out that I'm a Mong and I didn't read the rules properly. So, one, I put too many gaunts down, so I've removed them. And two, that Morlock has one wound too many. It should have no more than 13 wounds, and I just didn't care. Now I'm going to talk about painting the models as I've just reprimed them, as you'll see by the Morlock being a bit grey. For this, we're going to use the Army Paint Fanatic range because, you know what, it's straightforward. But first of all, I've got some Speed Paint 1.0 just to do all the skin. So I'm just going to pour out basically the entire pot to allow me to do this. And here you go. Here's a little bit of crap footage of me just like doing different things with Screamer Killers. And oh, look, there's another pop-up. Oh, isn't this amazing? I'm just talking about how much I actually really like Speed Paint and wish I used it more. Despite it being the 1.0 formula, because I'm too tight to buy the second one. At this point, I think, I'm making an absolute mess of it. I'm using a nice Kalinsky Sable brush, so everyone can read me about that there. But, at the end of it, I'd also did some red, because footage is a thing, and I don't really care. This was Basilisk Red from the new Fanatic paint range, which I'm really impressed with. One coat was alright, it probably needs a second. But I was not down for that at this moment in time. I then started using some Blighted Green for all the talons and feet. Again, just one quick coat. And you can just see here through the random footage that I'm adding that in actual fact, it kind of works. Second coat again would probably be useful, but is not the end of the world. I randomly appear and disappear. You can see here that in actual fact it's that out of sync that, I'm talking about in actual fact I need to add more colours, because although I tried to just use 3 to 4 colours, we all knew it wasn't going to work at any point, because like the Winged Tyranid has wings that need painting, and all I'm going to do is grab some Gravelord Grey from the new Fanatic range, or Uniform Grey, and paint that on the wings and that bit, and then I'm going to use some weird pink for the other bit. But I can't be bothered to film it, so I didn't. And then at the end, here is the 1,000 points of army. You can see the light is beautiful, the camera work is pristine as usual, and that this is a great set of things. I did make a stupid joke about an actual fact saying, would you, if you like the paint job and you think this counts as painted, if it's the base, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't, and you think you wouldn't paint it, give it a thumbs up anyway. And I knew what I said, but you know what? Just don't bother. I think it's quite entertaining to just narrate this stuff now. And hopefully one day I'll learn how to use a microphone set properly and we can make some better changes. But you know what? 1,000 points Tyranids in about 4 hours is not bad. Again, could use a second coat in most places. But how'd you say that without plagiarising? the king of himself, Mr. Duncan Rhodes. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay naughty, make poor decisions, and don't fuck it up like I do.